Howdy, 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 everybody, and welcome to the iGPFun-F3 presented by North World Sim Series here at beautiful Mount Panorama. I'm Austin Knight. I'm joined by Marco Barbanera, and you're here watching the iGPFun Formula 3 series here on Apex Racing TV. Marco, how are you feeling about today? It's a blistering hot day here in Australia.
Hello everyone, hello Austin. Yes, I mean we had the Apex Racing Academy F3 series last night, and the track was absolutely unbearable here at Bathurst, and it seems like today it will be no different. 105 Fahrenheit on the racetrack, and these drivers, if this wasn't a challenge enough, this racetrack, well, today with this track temperature is going to be an even bigger challenge. Now, some of these drivers were there last night, but we have iRacing and we have a smaller field. Of course, as you know, in the IGP Fun, bigger is always better, and we have around 50 drivers signed up for this event, so the track will be busy and there will be no do-overs, no iRacing, no consolations. It's one race straight to the end, and may the best driver win. And of course, here you have to be fast, but you also have to be smart.
Yep, Bathurst is a tale of two tapes. You need to be fast, you need to be absolutely quick through here. Chance to risk it all, but you also need to be safe around here, especially in these opening laps, because with around 50 cars on the grid, especially going in through the top parts of this section, as we see right behind Lucas Ferrani, one of the cars just spinning out, mistakes are always so common here, and any small mistake can cause a massive pileup. That is something you do not want to see here at Bathurst, unless you're out at the front and then it all happens behind you. But Bathurst always keen for a massive crash, having been a victim of my own circumstances in multiple Bathurst crashes.
As you can see from this special camera we have for today, this is, of course, Luca Varani's special livery, reminding you for the charity event, the Race for Vemala, on December the 13th on Apex Racing TV. It will be a charity event, and Luca is going to have this livery this week, and I think also next week, and so to raise awareness for this special event. And as you can see, he will also also not only he has the sponsors, quote unquote, for the event, but also has a nice picture of Vimala and I think her family there on the side of the car. So great cause. It's an honor for us to broadcasting this special event in week 13. So we will keep you up to date when we have more news from Luca. Maybe we can also hear from Luca himself later today about this event, and maybe how can you contribute to his beautiful cause. So thank you, Luca, and hopefully I remembered not to click on this camera, because it I don't like unrealistic camera shots, Austin, but of course for this in this case an exception is very much needed.
It's special.
Yeah. Hopefully I don't click on the right rear suspension camera for the rest of the event. So
we usually don't click on this camera, so
I always click on that camera.
Why did you click? Why'd you make it that camera?
Because we have the right front, which is this. We have the left front, which is this, and the left rear, which is this. Thank you for donating, says Luca. And the right rear is the camera that looks at the face of the driver, the Sam Fitzpatrick style. When we show the... I know you don't have the camera pack, don't worry.
Little behind the scenes nonsense going on.
Raul Ayman trying to get pole position on the very last gasp onto the start-finish straight. He does not get it.
Invalidated.
Yeah, Raul Ayman last night again continuing his bad trend in the Apex Racing Academy F3 series. He had once again a fantastic hit, starting at the very front, but then at the top of the hill in the first lap he clipped the wall and completely sideswiped Chris Urbino, who is not here today, but I think he raced here in a few rounds. He also had the same issue in Branzaccio, but no, it seems like on Sunday Raul, turns it to 11, and he's more or less mistake-free on Sundays. Behind him in qualifying is Gianfranco Pagotto, who today just got to 6,000 iRating, so congratulations to him. And yeah, I can only dream of getting to 1,000, and so far the only driver...
I finally got ahead of you?
And the driver that's leading the way in the qualifying standings is Aleix Alcaraz, but the only driver that's running around is Raul Hyman, even though I think, Austin, that he is past the allotted time, therefore this lap won't count, and we...
Yeah, Hyman crossed the line of about 26 minutes in there, so he was just, I think, trying to race it towards the jump. Give us a little bit of show, but qualifying is over and 50 cars are lined up, and here is your grid at Bathurst. Alex Alcaraz starts up on pole, followed by Raj J. Hyman, Gianfranco Pagotto, Alexander Davidson, Matt Laubser, Marcus G, Samuel Hermers, shoutouts Colonel Goodsis, Richard Wedstead, Luca Ferrari, Alexander Wren, and Cameron Dance right behind him, followed by Luciano Lorenzo, Dave Martin, Ron McGuire, Ben White, Philip Lucas, Guatemala Cardella, Stuart Millen, Andrea Brachetti, Clemens Punzegruber, Adam Talsma, Zoltan Zomoter, Andy Flint, Lucas Lackner, Derek Provley, Will McIntyre, Jake Bluge, Richard Bogberg, Ron Wallace, Chris Glamstetter, Zachary Beeson, Steve Rubens, Russell Kirkwood, Alex Hopkins, Noah Richie Robertson, Richard Veen, Kuji Ido, Antonio Ruzeski, Tomas Pruitt, Marcolo Zelenica, Patrick Rollins, Giovanni Soletto, Martin Devine, Ross Goodace, Vincenzo Marone, Diego Cruz, Andrea Santos, followed by Reed Dennis and Clark Williams, completing this 50-car grid. And
we have maxed out the drivers.
Yeah, we did.
I think there's maximum of 50 drivers here in Bathurst, Mount Panorama, and you can see the drivers are filling up the grid, proudly displaying their flags. I mean, I'm proudly displaying their flags, but you know.
This isn't Grand Prix the movie.
What a movie, by the way.
I love that movie.
Yeah, we are. I remember back in the day, waking up on New Year's Day and recording it on a VHS in one of its rare Italian TV showings.
And the 5 red lights coming on, and it's green, green, green here in Bathurst, and away they go. Alcaraz, Hyman, Pagotto, Davidson, your top 5s. They race into hell corner. Top 4 making it very good. Laubser completing in that 5th spot, and then it's just a pack of cars going 2 by 2. Now these guys have a no send on lap 1 rule, but here comes Hyman on Alcaraz. They're going to go side by side.
Here we go then, side by side.
Turn 1.
Ooh, and here comes Pagotto defending hard on Davidson. So everything seems to be fine. Stuart Milne is getting around Valdemar Cardea, and he seems to be able to do so. There's a beautiful new livery.
Yeah, I love that.
Ben White.
And this is where things can get a little bit tricky, but I know in the pre-race meeting that they were telling people if you cause a wreck, everything would go on. I think there has been a small incident between 2 cars. Yes, there has. And look at that. They got... Man, they're going through here incredibly patient. Like, I think it was just a car that got caught out right there. That was Jay Bouge. And he's just pinned against the wall as we ride on board with Davidson chasing down Gianfranco Pagotto for 3rd place.
Man, always crazy to see these drivers, and if you remember, they sometimes can clip that wall coming out of the final corner, of Forest Elbow, not the final corner of the motorcycle. In the meantime, Marcus G and Matt Laubser are going at it, maybe side by side.
He's just watching this move, but Laubser holding down that line, heading into Chase. Very late braking by G. And Chase, I would say one of the hardest braking zones in the circuit.
Yeah, and of course you are also, it's a very, very tricky corner because you carry enormous amounts of speed, and in this track even that chicane is difficult to test because there is a bit of a elevation change in the meantime, camber changes midway through the, you know, long story short, it's very easy to end up in the grass.
Yeah, very easy to end up in the grass, or worse, the gravel trap, as these guys continue to race it down. Alcaraz, Hyman, Pagoto, Davidson, your top four, but it's the guys up front between Alcaraz and Hyman racing out for the lead. And G gets that move down the inside of Laubser, who went wide.
No, it's G that went wide. Marcus G went wide, lost positions to Laubser, Ermer, and Kirlakitsis, I would imagine.
They switched car liveries on him.
He has a red car for me today.
No, he has a red car for me too.
Okay.
He's usually running the Earth car.
Yeah, which Samuel Ermer has, so I don't know what's going on with the paint pack, which has been installed, as you can see with Luca Varani's livery. Let me give a quick refresh to the stuff, but I think...
No, it's right, it's right.
Perfect.
Like, you didn't need to refresh it.
You never know with iRacing and paint packs, you know, sometimes it works and 2 times it doesn't, so without a reasonable explanation, by the way, most of the times.
Yeah. I was just surprised, because it says G at the back of his car, so I know it was right. It was just, I don't know why the sun is switched. I guess it's probably because I called it the Rover last round about 3 times.
See this train of white cars now finally reacquiring color as they head into the final section of the racetrack.
Ooh,
oh, Ren and Martin. Yeah.
Where'd they go? Oh, there's Martin.
Yeah, but where is Ren? He disappeared.
Where's Alexander Ren? Martin on the inside heading into the chase, and oh no.
Oh dear.
Well, that's the end of Ren's race.
I think he took back to the pits, that's why he disappeared. That was the other driver coming into the pits. And so lap 3 is starting right now, and top 4, as you can see, are making a run for it, Austin. But Laubser is lagging behind.
Yeah, Laubser falling behind as Davidson, Pagoto, Hyman, and Alcaraz pull out in their own little packet. This is very familiar, what we see sometimes at Bathurst races. The top 4, very little packs of people will start escaping into their own little world and leading everyone behind them. Now, what might happen is Laubser is just doing that to give him a little bit of a wiggle room in case something happens. But something might also happen up at front, and then some people might catch up to Laubser if he's being a little bit too what's the word? Safe.
Tentative. Yeah, safe.
Tentative, safe, hesitant.
Dave Martin is having an issue in the mountain, I'm afraid. Yep, just at the beginning.
No.
He's doing a 3-point maneuver, front wing is a bit bent. And I think he's going to call the tow truck as we see Pagoto and Hyman.
Pagoto holding that inside line, gets it through the chase, and Gianfranco Pagoto jumps up into second, but Hyman's not going to let him just have all the glory right here. He's going to try to fight him back, heading into Hell Corner, or might even race him into Griffin's Bend, as we are going to go 2 by 2. Verani, Wedstead side by side, heading down into the final corner and across the line. It's still going to be side by side, heading into Hell. Oh, we're going to have a great drag race. Verani letting Wedstead get a little bit farther out on Hell, going all the way out to the grass, just in case Richard gets a little bit of a oversteer moment, and Cameron Dance is just stuck behind these guys.
Yeah, Cameron Dance, not a regular, but certainly has had a couple of, let's say, wild card appearances. And of course, being from New Zealand, he is I wouldn't say at home, but as close to home as he can be on iRacing. And
Yeah, and Cameron.
dear. Oh, contact and Luca Varani is in defense.
Oh, Luca. Oh, and he's in the middle of the track, so he needs to get towed out there before that happens.
Ben White
In
involved.
that brand new car. New liveries, they are sometimes a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
And like, usually with a new livery you get on, you feel nice. Feels like a new pair of clothes. It's got that new smell. And,
I think Luca was trying to tow, but the car wasn't stopped.
Yeah.
Until you were stopped, the car can tow, and he was like smashing on the escape button.
Yeah, stop. And it's just like right at the moment where he would have gone, it happened. And, oh, that is new livery curse right there. Sometimes it brings good mojo, sometimes it brings bad mojo. In this situation, it was the bad mojo part. But Cameron Dance, he avoided all that. That happened right in front of him.
Yeah, he's driving, of course, for the Texans Fitstyle Motorsports team, which I think Sam Fitzpatrick is still involved in, given that he's part of the team name. And they
I believe so.
Yeah, they recently switched to these absolutely beautiful blue liveries that gradient blue, absolutely fantastic. Behind them, Luciano Lorenzo, Phil Lucas, and Rod Maguire are having a nice argument over P11.
Yeah, this is a very diplomatic argument. Not a lot of stuff being thrown between them. Now, currently it's diplomatic, but some tables might start getting thrown at some people, and this might turn into a U.S. Diplomatic fight. But still side by side between Lucas and Lorenzo. Lorenzo around the outside now of Lucas, getting all the way out to the wall. And there's a lockup, and he's in the wall.
There is no grip outside there, unfortunately, for him. As Cameron Dance had a little bit of an off as well, even though we must remember that, of course, being from down under, sometimes its connection for drivers that are from down under give us false positives on off tracks and a lot. So he had a very, very brief off track, I think, on top of the mountain. In the meantime, Phil Lucas is facing in the wrong direction, unfortunately. The path we are following, Austin.
He landed in like one of the only parking areas on the track. Like one of the very few runoffs, heading down into the dipper. And it just upsets the car, just spins it, hits the wall, but luckily he finds that spot where the marshals have a little bit of a post right there. Shout out to the marshals all over the world. Absolutely fantastic people.
See, he clipped the wall there. I don't know if that is like...
oh, yeah.
As Richard Wested is doing some rallycross. And Cameron Wested. So he did hit the wall. It was not a false positive.
Yeah, he did hit the wall. There was a solid contact right there.
And so Cameron Dance... in the meantime, I think that Gianfranco Pagotto...
He might have a wheel out of alignment.
Yeah, probably is that, yeah. Look at this progression from Gianfranco Pagotto, Austin.
Oh yeah, Pagotto, 4/10 of the last 2 laps. He's definitely closing down on Alex Alcaraz, and they're starting to come up on lap traffic, which is going to be given a big fight up here. So we have a big fight side by side, Lorenzo and Maguire, as we see Clemens Punzengruber chasing these 2 guys down.
Lorenzo hit the wall, but his car seems to be good. I said I shouldn't use the special camera, but it's the Rocket Turtle. Come on, man. I need to show this.
Yes. We finally got the Rocket Turtle some coverage. That was like the only time where I'd be okay with that camera. Riding on board the Wave Italy immersive racing car of Gianfranco Pagotto. Chasing down Alex Alcaraz down, heading towards the chase on Conrad Straight. Here comes Pagoto down low. Pagoto's got the speed around the outside, heading into the chase. It's a late breaking move by Alcaraz. Alcaraz holds him off.
Not the greatest of exit there from Alcaraz. He's close to defend. I think he's good this time. But they have some lap traffic up front, which and not only one, a couple of cars they have there in front of them, including one of the cars that was involved in the wreck earlier. I think it's Ben White, yeah, and they also have Luca there. So, you know, of course, traffic here in Bathurst, you don't want to catch it in the mountain, but you know, the mountain is like 60% of the racetrack. So. Yeah,
the mountain is 60% of the racetrack, 80% of the corners.
That's a nice way of putting it. I absolutely agree with you. As Pagotto, with the Italian connection, disappears into nothingness.
Hopefully, well, this is a very long disconnection. Hopefully he comes back right about now, or else he might just be completely out of this race. He's still in the session, but I feel like that
he's back.
There he is. Ooh, that was so close into seeing our battle for the lead just disappear to the void. But Pagoto has been on a tear. Last lap, 1:59.83, 4/10 faster than Alcaraz. Getting way out to the wall, almost tapping it. But Pagoto, buried in the drafts, heading down Conrad Straight. Looking back at him from Alex Alcaraz. They head into the chase. It's not going to be enough for him to be lined up coming into there. Alex taking a very defensive line. But Pagoto giving him a little bit of a false positive for Alcaraz, because he is definitely in the hunt for this move for the lead. And I feel like he's going to be letting this lap car do some of the work for him. And he does have some traffic ahead of him. I see Ben White in there.
Yeah,
Luca Ferrari as well.
Right in front is Jay Bug. New name, I think, in the championship.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, then we go.
Good fight into the chase between Cardella and Zomotor. Cardella down the inside. Stays at 13. Here comes Zomotor trying for that outside move, heading into Murray's corner. Very nice racing here. That final corner in Hell's Corner, it might just be 90-degree turns, but you're going so fast through so many of these corners, then you head into this flat corner to end out the lap, and it's kind of tricky to figure out how to take it.
Yeah, and you see this, you know, you see the track map, just track map, and you can say, oh, this track is, you know, fairly simple, a lot of straights, couple of corners, you know, elevation difference is everything around here, and of course, you know, it depends on where how close the walls are in some corners. You can see here the walls are basically all around you.
Yeah, off track here is wall. There's some off track runoff here at Skyline that being the top of the top of the track, and we've seen some massive incidents here in real life and in sim. I do have to recall the biggest Skyline incident I've seen here being a Lamborghini taking flight and landing on the banking right in front of spectators.
Yeah, it was this year's Bathurst 12 hours, I think. Team Camp, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. Great supercars driver. Oh,
and then the Kangaroos.
Yeah, I mean, Kangaroos, Skippy they called. Oh! That is
right
again.
In the wall.
Yeah. It's not his night, unfortunately. That's what a big hit. Front wing is damaged. I think the car, also the steering, must be completely off.
Yeah. Massively damaged car for Ben White right there, and oh, he's not going to be happy about that. It's just not his day today. McIntyre, Wetstead, battling for 15th. McIntyre just keeping his line. Here comes Richard Wetstead, sending it into the final corner. He's going to be all up inside him. and he's going to make that move count. And now here comes Beeson now on McIntyre. And, ooh, a little bit of elbows out racing from McIntyre, trying to hold it around the outside, staying in the draft of Wedstead, but Wedstead on the other side of the track. McIntyre falling down to 17th, but he's in the draft of Beeson. This is where things might get a little bit finessey and a little bit red herring, but McIntyre, I think he feels like if he races a little bit too aggressive, it'll be the spot of the next incident. And when you're in the top 5th of the race, or the top 1/3 of the race, you definitely do not want to make any mistakes.
See Derek Robbery, who is trying to shake off a chaotic for him Interlagos round, where he was in the wars a couple of times. In the span of like 2 laps, he was involved in a lot of... Pagotto for the lead.
Pagotto down low. Alcaraz on the inside. Pagotto, Alcaraz side by side. Alcaraz sends it into the chase. And wow. These two are giving us a great show.
And they have Luca in front of them. And Luca is no slow driver. Au contraire, he's very quick. So he is not going to be easy to pass, especially if they keep on fighting. I'm sure he will pull out of the way if they get to him. But right now he's just providing some free draft to whoever is in the lead, which might change, Austin, the complexion of any kind of offensive move from second place, because the leader now has a bit of draft to work with.
Indeed he does, and that is definitely going to be causing a lot of little gray areas, because we know Luca Varani, always a top 10 qualifier, top 10 finisher. This is not a performance that he's used to today, but oh my goodness, this is going to be... He's going to be a massive protection for Alcaraz, providing that draft. If he wasn't there, Pagotto would have had the lead by now.
Jump aboard with Gianfranco. Seems like his connection has stopped playing games.
Marco Italian curves in 5, 4, 3.
Well, you know, I know everything about the Italian potato connections, unfortunately, so, you know, I feel for him. But, you know, seems like the worst is past him. Look how close they are to these walls, incredible.
Yeah, I remember when I was racing here in the RF3 championship last season, didn't make 1 lap. Not the best track to make your debut in.
No.
Unless you're talking about a car flipping through the air, then
I mean, so far 10 laps, and as I always say, for being an open-wheeler Bathurst race, it's very, very clean so far.
Extremely clean.
Yeah,
only one incident that involved multiple cars.
Oh, Punzengruber has got an issue.
Oh, very slow, but
seems to be okay.
I feel like it was just the lockup heading into Force Elbow.
Austin, we are midway through the race, so what better time, I say, to give a great shout out to our sponsors. And as I'm scrolling,
You mean North World Sim?
Yes.
Yeah, the best place to get all of your simulator parts at Innovative Solutions, because it is a sim racing house for cockpits, pedals, steering wheels, parts. All you need, here you have it at North World Sim.
North World Sim, tu specialista en sim racing.
He said that there was a Spanish tagline that I needed to say it. You being the better Spanish speaker than me, I'm letting you do it.
You know, see, that's why I'm here.
I know. You've always been here. This is the first time you're talking, though.
No, not the first time. This is actually my 3rd this season doing commentary. So, at the same time as camera. So, yeah.
Double duty.
Yeah.
You've had about 12 hours of entire production time this weekend, though.
Yeah, more or less, yeah. But you know, it's a tough job, but someone has to do it.
It is a tough job. I certainly can, because I'm not awake at half those times. Rubens, Glamstetter, Cruz, and Rozeski. Rozeski's at the back of this grid, but Glamstetter just stuck in the middle, just trying to keep it clean as they race it through the top of this, at the top of the mountain. Ooh, a little bit of a wall rub for Cruz right there.
I love to hear, like, with the new sound design of iRacing especially, it is much easier to hear the, you know, suspensions, you know, squealing, you know, the car squeaking, especially when they go through this top elevation section in the mountain. You can really feel, you know, all the that the car makes. It's reminds me of the of race room racing experience.
Oh yeah. If you wanted to hear that car, just race the USF 2000 car before they updated the baseline setup. If you've ever raced that car within season 3, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. I would call it the nails on a chalkboard car. Just the most horrendous sound.
I remember a few. Yeah, we did one weekend at Watkins Glen, and the car was. Oh, mama.
How did he keep that straight?
We had like some. The car was bottoming out during most of Watkins Glen, so yeah, it was not a pleasant experience.
Yeah, that's when I learned the valuable lesson of iRacing sliders, and then the crash slide, you just move that all the way down whenever you race USF 2000. But now that they've updated the setup, it doesn't bottom out as much. It still bottoms out, but not as much.
Will this car bottom out, I think, here? No, it bottoms out on the other straight, sorry, so you will hear now with Pagotto on board. When we go to Mountain Straight, you will hear
it's gonna jump in the mid-corner.
Oh, Marcus G and Gino Kizzi's touch. They leave to tell the tale, even though G has some damage.
G, big spin right there, big of a wiggle. As Pagotto racing down the straight with Alcaraz. He's all in that draft. Some more close in as they head up through the jump.
Hey,
there it is. There's the bottom.
Yeah.
There's the bottom out.
Open setup series, this one, just like the Apex Racing Academy F3 series. And so, but last night and today everyone is bottoming out there. So it's like, it's an inevitability of life, I'm afraid.
Inevitabilities of life. You're born, you die, you eat food, you bottom out of Bathurst.
And you're only here for safety rating.
Well, this being a league session, there's no safety rating involved. And to be honest, if I frequented the Formula 3 official series, I would not be in this series. I would just be my drop week. It's not because I don't dislike. It's not that I dislike this track. I just do not trust myself at this track. But Alcaraz and Pagotto, they've been keeping in this half-second range this entire time. It's just Alcaraz is so good at defending in his car, as Pagotto's getting a great run once more. Heading to the chase, this Alcaraz defending in the middle of the track, which is a very nice defending move.
It's incredible how steep the road goes in the middle of this this corner there.
It's like a secondary mountain, honestly.
I mean, yeah, okay, yes, we'll put a chicane there, we slow the car down, but we also make it so that you know, the cars want to go to the grass and the gravel, because it's in the... See, it's a chicane, S corner, whatever, but it's in the spirit of the racetrack, so it's not as bad as, you know, some other randomly placed chicanes around the world. Monza!
Oh, some salt right there. I was about to say Portland.
Also, yeah, also the Portland one is a bit strange.
It's just random. Yeah. It's not as strange as NASCAR Daytona, which is probably the biggest sin I've ever seen on a racetrack. As Cruz and Lackner race it along, and Cruz makes that move very nice. Lackner has had a little bit of Lackner, look at the front left. Damage.
Yeah, see, yeah, you're absolutely right. Tony Luzeski having a good run in 23rd. Let's see who our biggest mover of the day is, shall we? And it is Cruz, maybe?
Yeah, Cruz up 27 spots. You don't see a lot of overtakes here, but Cruz is managing to get them very nicely. It's very hard to spot them here, as everything is covered by trees and you can only really see one corner at a time. But with this field just being spread out, it's so very tentative at the start of this race, which was something I was loving to see. Like, they called an entire virtual safety car on the field leading up to that corner.
Yeah, this is usually on lap 1, the first trouble spot usually it's right around there, and it's terrible because just like on a road accident, the cars that come behind have very slower and slower reaction times, and so you get basically pile up. And when it happens at the front of the field, it usually means that 2 or 3 guys can ride in the sunset laughing, and the rest of the field tries to catch up like 30-40 seconds later with damage. So.
Yeah, it's a very one-sided track. You want to be in the lead, and this is the part where you do want to qualify really well. And if you don't, you just get a little bit send happy, and next thing you know, some car might just get sent up into the air and, well, barrel rolling end over end in their debut race. Still not salty about that now.
2 teammates here swapping positions, Wested and Talsman. Of course, Talsman digital apex red and Wested digital apex green. But I love when teams have a similar basis for delivery, but then they have different colors. As Pagotto is in the wall.
Oh, this is not Italian connection. This is Pagotto. Big hit into the wall on. I think he spun. I think he got into Skyline, that slammed back into the track. Here's what happened. Into Skyline. Bam! Hard into the wall. And you see Hyman taking the escape road right there, avoiding that barely. Oh, massive hit for Pagotto. There's Raw Hyman. Sees that happen in front of him. Oh. Yeah, take the slowdown there. But, oh, wait.
Yeah, we'll go back to that in a second, because
did Hyman just...
that sound was not encouraging.
No, it was a very disturbing sound. It might sound like a little bit of... Okay, so he avoided it. What was that?
I think it was...
Tap the wall?
It was him tapping the wall with the side pod, but the car seems to be okay. This is not okay.
Hyman back racing. Let's take a look at the right side of the car. Does it look like it has any damage?
We have our special camera on the right side of the screen of the car, so we use it again. The car seems to be perfectly fine from this picture. Very nice reflection.
He said we were going to use it. It's our most featured camera.
It's coming in handy. That's for sure,
Now, next time when you do this series, you're going to completely forget that you have that camera installed. That utter silence means that you're running a note.
Let's pretend we have a drone that can fly next to each car on the right side only, of course.
Ooh!
Cameron Dance with
it's on Hopkins.
A very nice move, as Pagotto has completed his tow back to the pits, and he should be coming out in a second, even though I think he has selected something because he's still stuck there.
Toe.
The car has been repaired.
He's probably.
Oh no, he's back in the pits because the car has been repaired.
Yeah, the car's been repaired, but
I think he's refueling or something.
Like... Yeah, the car's off the track.
Yeah, there he is.
There it goes.
There he is. So I think he refueled because the moment the car gets repaired means that you are back in the pit lane. The tow is over as McGuire and Wetstead are going at it here. And
battle for ninth between these two.
Yeah, after being set free by Talisman, Westhead is pushing hard. Let's see the lap time comparison, and you can see that he is coming back for Maguire, the Irishman.
Westhead goes down onto the inside. Maguire has that inside line, but nothing he can do into the chase, and Westhead jumps up into 9th place.
Did you just punch your microphone?
Yes.
Well, once I had batted mine, and by head-batting it I disconnected it, and that caused the voice meter to crash, and we were in the middle of interviews in the Porsche Cup stream, and so for like 2 minutes no one could hear a single thing. So yeah. I
got a little bit excited there.
I involuntarily head-batted my microphone. I'm not a maniac. I don't head-bat microphones randomly.
Yeah, I might have got a little bit excited there. Done a little bit of fist bump. Oh no! Oof. Ooh, it looked like the Laubser got to the wall. Hermer though is all over the track right there. Put up some more sparks. It looks like Hermer might have a little bit of damage.
I know that Laubser sometimes has connection issues, so he's being might not be perfect, and sometimes it can. But this is the problem when commentating races around Bathurst, is that you never know, and this adds to the mystery. I think you never know if that car hitting the wall is true or just a product of. I think I remember I did a Sim Racers Asia race from here, and a lot of the drivers were from Asia, of course, and so I was pinging like 400-500 to the server. So basically every lap I saw someone in the wall, but in the end, they were not. Giovanni Sellito is struggling.
Yeah, Sletto, he did massive damage on the right side. He's gonna have to tow this car.
Yeah. Here comes Kirkwood.
But he's staying on the very inside of the track. I think he's letting everyone know. Traveling at a very dangerously slow speed, but hopefully everyone gets a cool head around him, and hopefully the suspension doesn't give out and send him across the track. Hopefully he just takes this escape road. Yep. Very nicely done. Oh no, this is the part where you don't want to see a slow car into the dipper.
Oh dear.
Ooh, no, he's in the wall again.
Those were Sellito and no, and Pagotto, yes, the two Italians doing battle. We also have Brachetti having a fight with Glenn Sepper for 22nd place. And another fight we have here has been going on for a while between Zachary Bison and Zoltan Zomotor. And also, Davison, I think, has... Alex Alcaraz has had an issue. We haven't heard a lot from him.
He was leading.
He was leading, of course. I'm stupid.
Our leader of the race, Alex Alcaraz. Oh, no! He disappeared.
Yeah, he disappeared because he hit, I think, was that Sellito?
That was Sellito. Sellito was trying to get his damaged car back. He's struggling with the suspension, and then it just kicked him off into the grass. Hits the no!
Oh, jeez. Oh, man, that's a massive hit.
My Raul Hyman and Alex and Davidson are now battling out for the lead with 3 laps to go here in Bathurst.
Look at the pace from Davidson.
Yeah, Hyman has a little bit of damage. We heard that big crunch on the other side of his car. Might be having some floor damage. Davidson, though, he is closing in, and he's closed in on our leader of the race now, which I don't think Hyman and Davidson realized that they are battling for the lead until they came across the line.
There might have been like some radio communication from Alex in the in-race chat that might have given them a hint. But I mean, the beauty of Bathurst, it's not over until it's over. Incredible.
Yeah, the in-race chat. Davidson getting very all over the end of Raul Hyman.
What a race, Austin. Incredible. They get into the chicane once again to the chase. Davidson goes for it on the inside, sliding. Oh my god, they make contact.
Just realized I muted myself again by punching my microphone.
Alexander Davidson takes the lead with a little bit of a shoulder barge there, with 2 laps to go in this incredible round here of the iGPFun Championship, penultimate race of the season, live from Mount Panorama. But as you can see, Austin, I don't think that Hyman is happy with it.
Hyman not happy with it all. He wants it all. He wants it now. The Formula 3 Asian Series driver jumps up into the lead before Griffin's Bend. Hyman Davidson leads out the race.
It's honestly impossible to call this race, Austin, because as you were saying, probably Hyman has got some damage, but as you have seen there on the top speed side of things with the draft, the number
perfectly fine.
Yeah, the 38 seems to be perfectly fine, so probably Davidson will go for it again at some point. He has to if he wants to win the race, but he needs to keep the pressure on Hyman as close as possible as they go down the hill once again.
Davidson trying to get closer to Hyman.
It's a good run from Hyman, eh? Perfect, he needs to do this once again. 2 more times.
Hyman and Davidson racing nose to tail here at Bathurst, heading into the final corner.
Okay, here we go with the banhammer in the chat, by the way. As the white flag drops here from...
Yeah, 2 to go.
It's 2 to go. Sorry.
The line is so early in the straight that I completely was about to say it as well. But with that lap car, provides Hyman with a little bit of wiggle room ahead.
So, what do you make of this? Because Davidson seemed to have no speed this time around, coming out of the mountain into the chase, and now he's sliding. And again he's sliding.
The tires are gone, though. How hot's the track? Did it heat up? It used to be 105 degrees at the start of this race. The track temperature might have heated up and it might have burned all of his grip away. It's actually dropped down to 93 degrees, so I believe this track is just being a little bit more abrasive now. And Davidson's tires might have completely left him. He might now know that he's in the battle for the lead, might have got a little bit more aggressive, trying to chase down Hyman, and he might have cooked out his tires. He does have a lap left, and he does have a lot of draft ahead of him. And when I first thought he was back there, it looked like he was just waiting for that last lap, but now I feel like he's struggling to find that grip.
so thanks to you, Austin, I'm seeing that there's been a message from, which we won't say live, from Alex Alcaraz, and I remember I was watching practice earlier, and he typed in the chat something along the lines of, if you crash, please press Alt F4 as soon as possible. So that must be doubly infuriating for him, what happened that took him out of the race. But this time for real, the white flag is in the air. Sadella Blanca, Hyman needs to pass this lap car as soon as possible, because you don't want to have lap traffic up the mountain. But
especially racing into Griffin's Bend. That lap traffic, though, is going to be a good boost of speed. But look at all the traffic ahead of him.
Yeah.
Hyman and Davidson are going to be weaving inside and outside of this traffic. And oh no, they're going to go 3 wide. That lap car providing a little bit of block on Hyman. This is going to be good for Davidson, but Davidson, he's being extra careful right now. I feel like Davidson is happy with his second place right here after struggling with the grip. And I feel like he might be just playing the cards and calling a bluff right now as Laubser goes very wide.
Yeah, they were going past Luca Varani there, Hermer and Laubser. Laubser made a big mistake, went super wide, but now Hermer has got some traffic up the mountain, which is never good. And let's see, look at that, look at Laubser, he basically got back to him, oh man, on the outside there. That's crazy stuff.
Yeah, Davidson's falling back behind a second, but the battle for the last spot on the podium between Hermer and Laubser, nose to tail with each other, heading down the bend and into the dipper, back up to the front of our leader, Hyman. It's taking a little bit easy. 6'10" separates him and Davidson. Alexander Davidson just put in the purple sector 4, putting on a massive 3/10 gain on Hyman right there.
I'm afraid, Austin, this won't be enough.
It's not.
That was a great effort from both of them. What could have been? Well, it's Bathurst, it's never easy. One more corner to go for our race leader.
One more corner. He definitely didn't see this happening to him at the start of this race after being overtaken by Pagodo. But it's here, it's now. Raw Hyman takes the victory here at Bathurst. Alexander Davidson comes in second, and Samuel Hermer holds it off for third place. But the race is not over. We still got a few battles coming down through the field. Talisman, Punzengruber, and McIntyre all racing it down Conrad Straight. Everyone just staying in the draft of each other. Cars all separate, but this is where you want to get as close as possible heading into the chase, but I don't think it's going to be enough for them as Stratos Kurogitsis and no wait, they've already finished.
No, they have not finished.
Stratos G! Stratos Kurogitsis and Martin G! They're in the wall in the final corner!
G has towed back to the pits already. Kirlakitsis is not going anywhere, so we'll see a replay very soon.
And going into the final corner, Punzengruber holds it around the outside of McIntyre. That was for 5th place. Stratos Kurogitsis and Martin G. Racing side by side. Here's Cameron Danza and Pruitt for 20th place. And we'll update. And oh, Cameron Danza spun it on the chase.
Here comes Glamsetter, as you can see. Kirlakitsis and G, they both had to tow, and they are both dropping like stones.
They never came across the line. They never came across. And there's been white in the wall.
Ruseski comes home. Somehow comes home with a car that has seen better days. Who do we have left? Kirkwood here. As look at that, Kirlakitsis and G out of the top 20.
Oh,
so let's
they were
see
battling
what happened.
for 5th.
Once again.
And I feel like it's just a case of the final corner, move it or lose it type of situation. Here we go. Stratos Kurogitsis and Marcus G. They had a lap car between them.
Yeah. So they were very far apart from each other. Huh? What happened there?
Yeah, Stratos. I feel like we're going to see
He's scrapping. Look, he's scrapping.
Oh. Which one's scrapping? Stratos?
Stratos, look at that. He's scrapping.
Oh yeah, it's a slight crab by Stratos, so he does have some suspension damage. Heading into the chase, though, Stratos does have the advantage, and
Marcus
does
is
he just
miles
lose?
behind.
Gee!
Oh, that was oh dear. Oh man. Oh man.
Oh.
That was bad.
That was a send out of New Zealand.
What happened to our favorite pink cat driver? Antonio
I feel like
Rossetti?
it just got into the grass of the final corner.
He finished driving. He was driving a bike more than a car by the end of the race. What an ending there!
Yeah, what a insane ending to this race. I don't think either of us were expecting to see that battle for the lead, and then what happened for that 5th place finisher, Luciano Lorenzo, and just oh no!
He tried to pass Brachetti there.
Well, he managed to drag that tricycle across the line. And,
that was the word I was looking for. Thank you, Austin. See it once again because that's already after the mess.
Yeah, this is just a send. He looked down to the inside, then he tried turning back left, and I feel like it's just a little bit too much. And then no, it's just
a little bit
it's just
too much mustard, I think, from Marcus G there.
That's usually on the throttle though, but it's a little bit. Yeah, you're absolutely right though. A little bit too much mustard indeed, and then absolutely heart and chest moment for Strauss-Go gets us at both of them as they don't even finish this race. Raul Hyman takes the victory here, followed by Alexander Davidson, Samuel Hermer, Matt Labser, Luciano Lorenzo, Richard Wedstead, Rod McGuire, Zachary Beeson, Zoltan Zomotor, Adam Talsma, Clemens Punzengruber, Will McIntyre, Alex Alcaraz, Marco Zelenica, Dirk Provley, Diego Cruz, Andrea Brachetti, Steve Rubens in 18th, followed by Antonio Rzewski in that pink cat tricycle coming across the line in 19th, followed by Thomas Pruitt, Christian Glamsetter, Cameron Dance, Noah Richie Robinson, Alexander Hopkins, Russell Kirkwood, Martin Devine, Charles Carl Goodsis, and Marcus G. After that absolutely crazy finish between them. Well, air quote on finish. Gianfranco Pagodo, Lucas Lackner, Ross Goodace, Luca Ferrari, Patrick Rowland, Stuart Millen, Rod Wallace, Andy Flint, Richard Bachberg, Gucci Ido, and 38th. Followed by Giovanni Saletto, Reed Dennis, Andre Santos, Richard Veen, Waldemar Cardella, Jay Bouget, Ben White, Philip Lucas, Dave Martin, Alexander Rand, followed by Vincent Monroe and Clark Williams at the end of the grid. And
oh, nice. We have Marilyn Monroe's comeback in this race. Oh man, I think we have time for a chat with Luca, Austin.
Yes, we do. We do have a chat as, ladies and gentlemen, he didn't have the best race, not the finish that he wanted, but ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Luca Ferrari.
That's an understatement, not the best race.
Well, it wasn't, you didn't have the best race. A lot of people were having a troublesome race today, but I feel like this is the one race that you didn't want to have the bad race in because you're running that new paint scheme.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very disappointed with myself. I got myself dragged into a stupid side-by-side battle. I don't even know why. And then on the mountain, I got a clear call from the spotter, so I thought Richard had fallen behind. He had sort of an agreement of not to attack on the mountain, and instead he was still alongside. That's a stupid way to end the race. But hope you guys enjoyed the livery. I don't know if you managed to talk about it, but it's about the Formula Giving Race for Vimala. It's a charity event, it's a charity race. We have it once each year. It's a big grid Formula 3 event. the Formula 3 is Italian, the Formula 3 community gets together for a charity race to support some kids in Mumbai, in India. It's really worth it because I hope you enjoy. You can participate or you can watch, enjoy the race, and please donate. Sorry for keep speaking, but we have been running this race for years. We have enjoyed the support through the years of iRacing that always give us $1,000 in credits as a prize for the drivers. And then we have Herzenfeld Engineering that always donates a set of pedals. Pedals, we put them out on auction. It's their excellent Formula Sprint pedals, highly recommended. And the VRS, they give us $600 in the VRS credits for the drivers. Plus, this year, they are gifting us a direct drive wheel, which again will be put out on auction. So it's a very, very generous sponsor. Thanks a lot to all of them. And please donate. It's really important this year with all the COVID trouble. Everything will be appreciated. And sorry for the sermon.
Oh, it's all fine. And that is going to be in the week 13. Am I right?
Correct. That's going to be December 13.
All right. Well, that charity event, we are all looking forward to it. A lot of prizes are up. And for anyone who is not going to be racing in there, where should they donate to help out with the charity?
You have information on the iRacing Formula 3 forum, or if you go to www.formulagiving.com, you will have all information on the charity and how to donate, which is basically sending PayPal or bank transfer to me. And by the way, 100% of the money go to the charity. There is nothing we keep, of course, but there are also no overheads. It's a direct transfer to India. We have connections there. We have had for years. So again, it's a really important cause. You can do a lot of good. And next week, maybe I will give you some more details so people don't get bored now.
All right. Well, thank you, Luca. Before we let you go, anyone you want to thank and any last shout-outs?
That's okay. I already spoke a lot, so let's leave the spectators.
All right. Thank you, Luca. Marco, over to you. Any closing comments?
It's been an amazing race, Bathurst. Never disappoints, Austin. And the drama we had at the front of the field, but all throughout the field, of course. But when the drama strikes straight to the leader of the race twice, and then we have a very nice fight for the final, for the win in the final few laps. I can say it's always a great race. So. Absolutely fantastic. Cannot wait for the final race of the season, which will be next weekend. Of course, so we will be bringing you the special event on week 13. So yeah, also cannot wait for that. And it's been a great week of fun here on Apex Race TV. A great weekend of fun. We have had some great racing, and a new week starts in 30 minutes at least here in Central Europe. So better get ready for it.
Yeah, it definitely is going to be a very exciting race to end out the regular season of the iGPFun-F3 before they head into that charity event. What a race! What a race we saw here, and what a race it was to be witnessed. Not a very clean race, I must say that, but a few ups and downs, and definitely for a few of these drivers, a race that they want to forget. Some of them a race they want to remember. Congrats to Hyman taking the win. Thank you for everyone joining us here on Apex Racing TV. I've been joined by Marco Balbonera, who's done so much work as a broadcaster, cams person, graphics person, and commentator, and chat moderator at times. So Marco pulling every hat off the shelves and wearing them at once. Giant head you must be having, but hey, whatever floats your boat. I'm Austin Knight. Hope y'all have a fantastic night.